Good morning, dear students of class 12. Welcome to the English online learning class. Today we are going to revise this lesson Deep Water by William O. Douglas. Now this lesson is an autobiographical account of William Douglas' fear for water, and it is an extract from his book of Men and Mountains. Now the lesson begins like this. William Douglas, aversion to water. In the beginning, author's fear of water was when he was a child of 4. His father took him to a beach in California, and there waves knocked him down. Now this incident developed in this small child an aversion to water, whereas the father took this incident in a very normal manner and he simply laughed off. Another misadventure happened when he was 10 or 11 and he decided to learn swimming at the YMCA pool. Although he was discouraged by his mother, who used to tell him in detail all the incidents of drowning that happened in the Yakima River. Yakima River was known to be treacherous, wicked, and many incidents of drowning were reported from Yakima River. But the pool was safe, and it was 2 or 3 feet at the shallow end, and at the deeper end it was 9 feet. So initially the beginners, they swam in the shallow side of the pool, and when they perfected, they ventured into the other end, the deeper end. And even here the fall was not steep, it was gradual. Now he had learned swimming, say in 2 or 3 days, by copying others with the help of water wings. But one day he experienced a near drowning experience when, as he had reached early, and before taking a dip in the pool, he decided to wait for others to come, as he had not yet gained his confidence in swimming. But this elderly boy, well built, around 18 years old, he just threw him unawares, taunting him by saying, "Hey skinny, you there?" And he tossed him into the pool. Now, when he hit the bottom, he had already planned a strategy, how to come out of the pool. He had not lost his nerves totally. He thought he would hit the bottom and with a force, he would jump and come to the surface like a cork. And then he would swim to the edge. But he made 3 attempts to rise but failed. And finally, he felt as if he was nearly dead. But when he gained his consciousness, he found he was lying by the side of the pool, surrounded by people. And the boy who had thrown him was being reprimanded by others. And he was giving an explanation by saying he never meant it was just a joke. Now, the impact of fear. This near drowning experience began living with William Douglas. Not that day only, because when he reached home, he was not able to eat, sleep. He had a nightmarish experience, but it remained with him for several days and for years together. And this fear of water was spoiling his normal life. His outdoor activities related to water sports and fishing trips. So one day he decided that he cannot just live with fear. And so he took steps to remove the fear. Finally, one October, he got an instructor to teach him swimming. And he learned swimming in phases, in parts. The schedule was 5 days a week, 1 hour each day. And the instructor began by putting a belt around him, which was attached to a rope, to swim back and forth in water in the pool and under his guidance with all safety precautions. Then the second part of the training was kicking his legs in water. And the third part of the training was exhaling in and inhaling in water, breathing exercises in water. And finally, in 3 months, he was able to learn swimming because all these parts were then combined into a whole in one, and he was made to learn swimming in water. Now the instructor's job was over because he had learned swimming in water. But self-practice remained because still he was scared of water. So he needed to remove that fear, and which he was able to through willpower and practice. He overcame his fear of water. He practiced swimming in different places till he completely mastered his fear. He went to different lakes, Lake Wentworth. He dived. He felt scared just once. But then the fear had not completely gone. So he went to Warm Lake. He swam across the other side and back. And this time, he was no longer afraid. So when he came out of the water, he was filled with joy. Finally, he was able to overcome his fear of water. Although he had just overcome his fears of water, but he had learned a great lesson. And similarly, it is a lesson for the readers also. The story carries, or we can say it's a real life experience of William Douglas. It has a message for all the readers. The lessons learned: fear can be overcome with patience, courage, grit, determination, and a feeling of never giving up. So with this, we come to an end of this lesson. Revise the lesson and be prepared for your periodic test 1. Thank you.